The world is full of fascinating creatures. Some amaze us with how they look, hunt, or move, while others just creep us out by existing. Among the millions of species of animals and plants, and maybe even ghosts, there's another kind of being lurking in the shadows. Monsters, born from the darkest corners of imagination. These creatures are powerful enough to wipe out humanity with their strength, venom, and nearly indestructible bodies. And at the top of it all, a queen, ready to unleash her terrifying army to fulfill her sinister plans. These monsters are just waiting for her signal to destroy anything in their way. So let's step into the darkness and check out 8 monsters led by a queen, their origins, and their deadly powers. But before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us, it means a lot. Thank you. Let's begin. Xenomorphs. It's said that Weyland-Yutani's android David is the creator of the Xenomorphs. The black liquid is the biological weapon through which the Xenomorphs are derived. The liquid was hidden inside a temple on LV-223. In 2093, the US CSS Prometheus discovered the temple and the liquid, where the android David infected Charlie Holloway and impregnated Elizabeth Shaw. A large facehuggers-like thing called trilobite emerged. Elizabeth removed the creature by herself on an automatic surgery table. After years of such experiments, David finally created genuine eggs of xenomorphs, which had real facehuggers. David knew that he needed human hosts for the xenomorphs, and when the crew of the US CSS landed on his planet, he hatched a plan and latched one facehugger onto Chris, which then morphed into the very first xenomorph. Xenomorphs are extremely ferocious and deadly creatures, often taking the appearance of their host. The queen lays the eggs in the hive, and the eggs are known as ovomorphs. They open when they find their potential host to become the facehugger and launch themselves onto the face of the host, implanting them with the larva. It feeds upon the insides of the host and then violently emerges from the chest as a worm-like creature. At this stage, they're known as the chest bursters, and they hide in a safe place to morph, which hardly takes hours. After the metamorphosis into the adult xenomorph, they possess a protective dark exoskeleton, invertebrate body, long bendable tail, and a long head. They have 2 mouths. The outer one has teeth, which hides the inner one, which they use to eat. The outer mouth can destroy anything, like putting a hole through a Yautja's head. The spines are used to detect movements and create physical damage to the surroundings. Their blood is dull yellow, which is extremely corrosive and used as a defense tactic. The adult xenomorph is extremely dangerous and has tremendous strength. They are masters of stealth. They're skilled at camouflaging when hunting their prey. They silently lurk behind and impale their victims with their tail. They can survive extreme temperatures, are great swimmers, quick, and can even survive in a vacuum. They can survive limb cutoffs, stabbing, and headshots. They always hiss due to echolocation, as they don't seem to have visible eyes, detecting lightness and darkness. They can detect the electromagnetic fields one creates, which enables them to find their prey through their heartbeat. White spikes. The white spikes appeared in the movie The Tomorrow War as the creatures who have invaded the planet to wipe out the population, which only adds up to 500,000 survivors. The alien creatures are led by a singular queen. The white spikes appear white due to the absence of skin pigment. They are almost as tall as a man, with tentacle-like limbs protruding from the back, with razor-sharp claws both in hands and legs, which help them get a good grip as well as attack. Their queen's head is larger than theirs, with a mantle and has spikes on the edge. Each tentacle has a claw with spikes. The elbow has spikes at the elbow. The eyes have sharp vision and a mouth full of sharp teeth that can painfully bite. White spikes can easily tear apart their prey with sharp teeth and tentacles. These creatures possess deadly abilities and powers. Their spikes can be projected at high speed. They're fast climbers and great at leaping attacks. They're fast swimmers, hive-minded, and sly predators. Their strength and durability help them easily cut, rip, and throw their prey. Their ability to attack swiftly and great stamina make them formidable in the war.
Try.
Lavalantulas. Emerged from the volcanic eruptions, the Lavalantulas are spider-like, fire-breathing creatures who are the main villains in the movie Lavalantula. The Lavalantulas are tarantulas having black exoskeletons with orange highlights. Their eyes are red, and their legs and abdomen are covered with spikes. Their blood is so acidic that it can even melt automobiles easily. Having lived inside a volcano, their bodies are adapted to survive heat. As we know, these creatures breathe fire like dragons, which they use to cause serious burns to the victim and set several objects on fire. Led by the Queen, they have hive mind telepathic abilities and webbing abilities to create obstructions. As a spider species, they can easily crawl walls, and they possess deadly fangs too. Their body is fire resistant. Because of the hive mind telepathy and connection, they die once the Queen is killed. The Deadly Spawn. Having arrived on Earth in a meteorite, the Deadly Spawn are toothy creatures appearing in the film The Deadly Spawn. These extraterrestrial beings are like worms with rows and rows of sharp teeth. Some possess multiple heads too, which then separate into the offspring creature. They have a sort of orange and pink skin. Their ability to asexually reproduce contributes to their rapid breeding, creating lots of them at once. They can grow and evolve very quickly, and even regenerate their missing organs, and often regenerate multiple heads and spikes. They are carnivorous beings feeding on human flesh. High agility and mobility help them scale walls with ease. Their sharp teeth tear apart human flesh easily. When the Queen is killed, people easily kill off the deadly spawns too. Taote. Taote are man-eating aliens that invaded China in the movie The Great Wall. These ancient reptilian monsters are also led by a queen. The creatures are quadrupeds, meaning that they have 4 legs. Their appearance akin to the ceratopsian dinosaurs, with a symbol on the skull's crest. As they're led by the queen and have a hive mind, their existence depends on her. If she dies, they all die. To communicate, they use their membranous frills on their heads, which are retractable. Their hierarchy is topped by queen, then defenders, and then soldiers. The defenders are bulky and possess an armor to protect their queen. They extend and unfold their frills to use them as a shield against explosions and sharp weapons. The soldiers are thinner than defenders. They have elongated limbs and a long muzzle. They only work as consumers of meat and bring it to the queen to proliferate themselves. Surprisingly, their eyes are their weakness because of them being positioned at their shoulder. The queen is wild and ferocious, who wants to wipe out humanity. She's capable of strategic planning and tactics to execute ruthless actions to scathe the people. She can easily sacrifice her army to save herself. She's a significant part of the army as she is the leader, initiator of the hive mind, and the reproductive element of the army. The Taote are meant to eat anything that comes in their way, and these aggressive beings devour flesh to reproduce. They can be killed using magnetic rocks, as that would sever their connection with the queen. Shookum Hill's Hive. In the Netflix movie The Devil Below, these creatures appear as the antagonists, killing masses of people. They have poisonous claws that can spread infection and venom when they scratch the victim, making them helpless. The homogeneous monsters have hundreds of teeth, which they use to feast on human flesh. They're tremendously strong with high agility, killing dozens of people that go down in the sinkhole. Their hive mind allows them to communicate and plan strategies. They all serve their queen, but they don't seem to share the same species as the queen. They have translucent skin, as they are mostly underground and live a subterranean existence. Their deformed bodies, translucent skin, sharp claws, and pointy teeth make them even scarier. Their eyes are usually red. The black contributes to their disgustingly terrifying appearance. Damn it. Dwarf Graver Lurker. Gravers are undead humans which appear in the Phantasm movies. These are slaves led by the Tall Man. These monstrous creatures are produced using human dead bodies or cadavers, which then kidnap humans and kill them to send their souls to the Tall Man. The Gravers wear gas masks, and their primary duty is to dig up graves and present them to the Tall Man, which then makes them lurkers and gravers. They're the only human monster in our list. Their appearance is similar to dead bodies, with white white pale skin, sunken eyes, but some advanced gravers totally blend in with human populations, making it harder to identify them. They have no fear of anything, given that they're not humans and/or alive anymore, and their enhanced stamina, agility, and strength make them nearly indestructible. Gravers can conceal sentinel spheres in the body. Arachnids. Arachnids, or bugs or archies, are evolutionary and exceptionally adapted beings that have overthrown several planets throughout the galaxy. Their empire has many species of bugs which have their own special abilities and power. The brain bugs and the god bugs possess psychic abilities and control the colonies of the bugs. They are less intelligent than humans, except for the god bugs, brain bugs, control bugs, and obviously the queen. The chariot bugs are mere laborers in the civilization. The sentinel bugs act as the support unit. They emit bright light to blind the foe. The god bug is the highest positioned bug in the hierarchy. The bug is deep-rooted in the planet, can absorb and set memories apart, manipulating lifeless beings. The queen bug is one of the most intelligent bugs, having the capability of self-destruction. The brain bug controls and commands the army, and as the name suggests, it extracts information and memories from the brain. The control bug can subdue humans and take control of them. They often use the possessed human bodies as puppets. The chaser bug is the suicide bomber, with high levels of intelligence and agility. The plasma bug has great abilities and immense destructive powers, which can easily deflect asteroids too. The plasma grenadier bug are a smaller kind of plasma bug, great with combat skills and possess good agility. The hornet bugs can emit swarms of hornets to damage tanks and vehicles. The tanker bugs have exoskeletons that protect them from gunshots, and they produce a liquid which is corrosive in nature. The blaster bugs are great at surprise attacks, and their frantic movements make it tougher to attack them. The inferno bugs show resistance to fire and eject an inflammable liquid to set things on fire. The bomber bug can explode on enemies, destroying their armor and bodies. The chameleon bug can easily camouflage with its surroundings. The firefly bugs are equipped with flamethrowers, can fly, and use their stingers and claws to harm the enemy. The list can go on for days, but we'll end our exploration here. Marvelous verdict. While we haven't yet encountered them in our lives, we do have our survival tactics and plans ready to combat these creatures. It might sound easy since we know so much about them, but let's be real. An encounter with these creatures would leave most of us frozen in fear, hoping for a rescue. These monsters are all about teamwork, and their queens, total pros at leading the charge. One thing's clear after this deep dive. The best way to take them down is to go for the queen. Without her, they're nothing. Brainless, directionless, and pretty much doomed. Which of these monstrous queens do you think is the scariest? Or do you have a favorite monster we missed? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and stick around. We've got plenty more monstrous tales coming your way. And if you liked our content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to us if you haven't already. Have a good one and be safe. Thanks, everyone.